I'm not afraid of dying. Everybody's dying, it's inevitable. The difference is that I know I'm dying, and my time seems to have some limits on it that other people don't necessarily experience. So I choose to celebrate life. I want to maximize the joy and the fun of living, and the dying will take its own course. I'm a retired food and nutrition professional. I started out working at IBM for a number of years and met my husband there, and when we had children I realized I didn't know anything about how to have a healthy baby. So I went back to school and became credentialed in nutrition. I remodeled my kitchen and decided I really wanted to teach cooking classes. That's my real passion. I'm a food person. So I started Nutritiously Gourmet, a mini cooking school, and have taught cooking here for a number of years, and that led to a website. And I was about to pull all of those good ideas together into a real hardback cookbook. So that was my dream when suddenly life interfered. It's almost 8 years ago now. I was diagnosed with a very rare cancer, multiple myeloma, and it's not something that has a lot of symptoms going in, so you don't really know what's coming. You just sort of, all of a sudden, in my case, I had very high levels of blood calcium, and in near kidney failure was just thrown into the hospital. Multiple myeloma seems to be different for every patient. It's a malignancy of the bone marrow, so it's a full body cancer. There's no known cause, there's no known cure. It's very debilitating for some of us. In my case, my whole backbone crumbled, disintegrated with compression fractures, and I've lost several inches of height. It's also very painful. During treatment, it was really a hand-holding time with God. I really felt sometimes it was just me and him. I was on the brink of death, so close that I just thought, let's just have a talk. That was by far the most intense time I've had. And in redefining my purpose in life, I just have a peacefulness and a patience. I'm actually much more patient. I don't think that I was impatient before, but I know I'm patient now. After 2 major rounds of treatment, and really severe treatment, I was pretty knocked down. So I had to decide whether I was just going to stay down or whether I was going to get on with life. And it just seemed more fun, more interesting to try and get on with it. So I started back, starting to exercise, starting to build back some strength, trying to get past the horrible fatigue, trying to just get a little more endurance so that I could actually cook again. I had a lot of reason to live. Also, I enlisted early on a circle of friends, specifically 12 family members and special friends to be my support circle. So this has been a good experience for me, and they've helped pick me up. When I get down, they're up. When they get down, I give them a call. So it's been a wonderful experience for me. I have learned that family and friends are really where life is at. There are people who get to the end with all their money and all their success and all their power. CEOs often will say, but my wife divorced me, my kids hate me. What was it all about? I've just scoped down to the essence of life, and each day to me is just a real joy, a real experience of living at a depth with a richness that I guess I was too busy to notice before. So I'm in the stage now where they're watching me. I'm in a remission, mercifully a complete remission, and now I can go for periodic checkups and just see that my numbers aren't creeping up too rapidly. So now I go every 6 months. I go to see Dr. Trico at the bone marrow clinic in Utah, and I really look forward to seeing him. He's a wonderful person. I owe him my life. Everybody with myeloma knows the bone marrow biopsy, where they extract your bone marrow from your hip, usually, for analysis. They also take a bone core at the same time. This procedure is not fun, and you know you're going to have it every time. I was at the clinic at one point, and a lady sitting in a chair next to me, a newly diagnosed patient, she was just quivering with fear, and she was talking to her husband about how she didn't think she could get through this, and what an awful thing. And we've all been there, and I thought, you know, I've kind of been through that now, and I can help to offer some hope and encouragement. And a friend said, oh, you should write about your experiences. And I thought, oh dear, I don't want to go back and revisit this. This has not been a fun time in life. And then it sort of evolved and turned more into a way of giving back. You have to realize I'm about 8 years in now, and I just wrote this book 6 months ago. This is kind of the best it's going to get. I feel really good. I have maybe 4 or 5 more years before this stem cell transplant lets me down. My new normal is to make the most of this time when I'm really up. I don't have the energy to do the activities and things I used to do, but I can do 1 activity a day, and that's not bad. I'm upright. I'm here. I'm still here, as it says in the title of my book, and I'm very pleased.